Yeah. By the way, these are fantastic. This is, and if the smoke bothers you too much, you can just do that and it blows it away.
This for the camera? This is for a camera, right?
You know, I use it for even, you know, just to clean up.
Just to clean up shit?
Yeah, I'm a little OCD on that stuff.
Huh.
That's why I got those mini vacs over there. So it was in this room. I had a friend, Billy Smith, who produced this with me. And Billy's an actor. You know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had not ever met him. I didn't know who he was. We met at the CGI.
He was a cop, right? Wasn't he a cop?
He was a cop.
Yeah, I met him like way back in the day. He was so good to me, man. One of my first gigs, dude.
He's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
He was a Boston PD cop.
Yeah.
He was a UN police officer who posted in a few different countries, and an actor throughout, and a Marine. He was, you know, stationed out of Kuwait in the first Gulf War, but always an actor. Had even when he was, you know, a cop, he would get ragged by his fellow cops for going off and doing that pansy thing he was doing or whatever.
I know that well,
theater
bro.
groups and such.
Yeah.
And we met at the CGI in New York when he had made an interesting documentary about Pakistan, and I was starting to think about making documentaries a little bit. We talked, we became friends, and so then we set off to make a couple that didn't happen. I went down to Syria a couple of times during the war and met Assad and had the idea that we would do this documentary about how is he still standing 5 years after the Arab Spring. And then we'll go talk to the Russians and the United States and the Jordanians, the Lebanese. We'll try to get how did this guy manage after everybody said he was counted out, right? And I am not saying this in a celebratory way, but I was going to approach it we'll see what comes. And at first, Assad was extremely open, and he you know, certainly knew how to talk to a Westerner who's coming over to make a documentary and say things that would sound very rational and so on. And bit by bit, it closed down. You know, we did say you could talk to some ISIS prisoners, but now you can't do, or we did say you could talk to the former opposition press because with the war, there were no opposition press. We did say that you could, you know, not have a minder and go talk to whoever you want on the street. But now let's say you can't do those things. Let's see what else you can do. And we walked away from it. I didn't feel that I was the guy to do that documentary, that investigative journalist one where you're told no by everything and you keep going. I wanted to see if I could do, you know, the trust one.
Yeah.
And I just felt that's where I would have something of value added. And when I saw I couldn't really get it, and I don't know if it was him or his gatekeeper.